Hello, listeners, and welcome to Mythical Tales Explored. I'm Anita, and today we're diving into part 3 of the fascinating Telugu supernatural story, Pisachi Paurinayam, or Ghost Wedding. We're continuing our exploration of this gripping tale that blends fantasy, conflict, and power struggles.
Great to be here, Anita. I'm Vikram, and I'm excited to unpack this chapter with you. For those just joining us, Pisachi Paurinayam follows the conflict between supernatural realms, with powerful characters wielding extraordinary abilities.
That's right, Vikram. Part 3 picks up with a tense confrontation between our young queen and a prince from a rival ghost kingdom. The prince is threatening her, reminding her how he once destroyed part of her kingdom in a previous attack.
What strikes me about this opening is the immediate power dynamic at play. The prince issues an ultimatum: either retreat and surrender, or face complete destruction. His arrogance really comes through in his dialogue, doesn't it?
Absolutely. He even mockingly challenges the queen, saying, "Let's see who will be forced to leave this ghost world, or whether you'll end up begging at my feet to spare your kingdom." That boastful laughter really characterizes him as the antagonist.
I find the character development here fascinating. Both rulers immediately accept the challenge and prepare for battle, showing their determination and pride. We see how neither is willing to back down, highlighting their similar stubborn natures, despite being on opposite sides.
And that sets up this epic confrontation where the ghost armies from both kingdoms gather, each side ready to destroy the other with their supernatural powers. It's interesting how the narrative introduces an element of anxiety through the character of the Gangadhara kingdom's chief minister.
Yes, his inner fears provide a contrasting perspective. While the rulers are confident, he's deeply concerned about what might happen to the kingdom. He follows the young queen into battle, despite his reservations, showing loyalty even when he disagrees with her decision, not to heed his earlier advice.
That's such a relatable element in the story, the tension between bold leadership and cautious advisors. Now, the prince reveals something significant during this confrontation, that his power has quadrupled, and he now possesses both ghost and human powers.
This is a crucial development. He taunts the queen by pointing out that if she couldn't defeat him when she had ghost powers herself, how could she possibly challenge him now that she's only human? He's essentially highlighting the power imbalance that's developed between them.
But I love how the queen responds, with intelligence rather than just raw power. When he attacks her with fire sparks, she cleverly uses water to neutralize his attack, showing that strategic thinking can overcome brute force.
That moment perfectly illustrates the theme of intelligence versus power that runs throughout the story. The prince relies on his increased supernatural abilities, while the queen must use wisdom and quick thinking to compensate for her lost ghost powers.
Exactly, and this part ends with the prince trying another attack, attempting to use some kind of chakra against the queen. The narrative builds suspense by cutting off at this critical moment, leaving readers wondering how this confrontation will continue.
This cliffhanger technique keeps us engaged and eager to learn what happens next. Will the queen's cleverness be enough to overcome the prince's superior supernatural powers? Or will she find herself in an impossible situation?
The author really excels at character development through action rather than exposition. We learn about the characters' values, strengths, and weaknesses through how they respond to this conflict. The queen values her kingdom deeply, as does the prince, both declaring they'll fight to their last breath to protect what's theirs.
And that parallel motivation creates complex characters, rather than simple heroes and villains. Both believe they're fighting for what rightfully belongs to them, though the prince's methods and attitude certainly paint him as the antagonist.
This part also hints at the queen's backstory. She once possessed ghost powers, but has now returned to being fully human. This transformation is clearly significant to the overall narrative and explains her current vulnerability.
Right. And it raises questions about how and why this transformation happened. Was it voluntary? Was something taken from her? These mysteries add depth to her character and keep us invested in her journey.
As we wrap up our discussion of Part 3, what stands out most to you about the storytelling technique here?
I'm impressed by how the author balances action with character development. Even in the midst of this supernatural conflict, we're learning crucial information about who these characters are, what motivates them, and how they approach problems differently.
I completely agree. And that's what makes Pisachi Paurinayam such a compelling read. It's not just about supernatural powers and kingdom conflicts. It's about the characters navigating these extraordinary circumstances while staying true to their core values.
Absolutely. And for our listeners who want to follow along, we'll be back next week with part 4 of this captivating story. I can't wait to see how the Queen responds to this latest challenge.
Thank you for joining us today on Mythical Tales Explored as we journeyed through part 3 of Pisachi Paurinayam. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more literary discussions and story analyses. Until next time, keep exploring the magical world of stories.
See you next time, listeners.